Hi everybody, all the way from Italy is Angelica Bove with Bellissimo E Poi Niente. It's a beautiful song. You're going to be captivated by the voice that one of our viewers and judges of X Factor Italia 2023. In the first episode of those auditions, she sang La Notte Di by Arisa, a song that represented, as she quoted, all the pain I've been experiencing for a year now. The singer was suffering from the loss of both parents within a year. It's a lot to carry. She went on to do really well in the show, but it launched her. It launched her as a voice to be reckoned with. And Musica Italia and other record companies jumped on board when they heard this young lady. One of the judges was so overwhelmed, she called her over and she hugged her and thanked Angelica for such a beautiful version of the song. I just can say this. When I heard her voice and when I had seen that audition on YouTube, I had to look into it and bring her onto my channel. And she isn't singing. I'm not going to do and react to that song. So many other people have done it. But she's come out with new music within a year. And this song, Bellissimo E Poi Niente, which in English means beautiful and then nothing, is the song I'm going to play for you. She is singing it obviously in Italian. It's out on YouTube as an audio, and I have married it with this wonderful video that I found called The Art of Saying Nothing Appears as Everything. And even the theme of that video, when I had seen it, I said that would be a beautiful video to marry with Angelica's song that I'd like to feature. I could have just played the audio and you would have been captivated. But I always say on my channel, I love to mix match audios with visuals that captivate and enthrall, not just the artist when they see my reaction. I get a lot of thank yous from artists. Thank you for putting the time and effort into finding a video for my song before they even launch their own official video for the song. I get thanked, not hated upon. But I hope this is the case that when Angelica sees this, Bove, she realizes I did it out of love for her voice and her music. And it warranted something pretty special. And I think I've done that. A little bit about Angelica, as well as losing her parents, you know, and she talked about her father's loss, and she posted beautiful, warming pictures. And, she did say, and I would just like to quote this, and it was a post to her father with images of his company. And there she expressed her pain, because this is lyrically what Angelica is about. She quoted, "You are too great a man and a father to end." And he was inexplicably immense. "But life must go on," you said. Then without warning, you became a mass of wonderfully intense memories, but too painful to remember without you. And that sentence has completely lost its importance, because you are the arm that has moved every single chain of my life together with Mum. And that really hit me, because in Ireland we have a saying that when you have both parents, your left arm and your right arm is supported by your parents, and they lift you up through every situation. Angelica, you've got a lonely journey in a way of trying to, how can I say, get through successfully through the music business. It's a tough business that you've chosen. But God blessed you with a beautiful voice that captivated everybody that watched you on your first edition in The Voice Italia. And equally, it may be upbeat, this particular track you're about to hear, but the lyrics are very deep, and I have them in front of me. So welcome to my channel, Angelica. Thank you for listening, everybody. Enjoy the song, but don't go anywhere, because I'm sure you'll be intrigued to know what the song means as well. I'm just glad I was able to find a video that I felt married with the words of the song very, very well. Enjoy.
Ci siamo visti dentro film violenti e le mie dita sono tra i tuoi denti. Da un po' che fai, le lasci o no? le fiamme devi farlo bene. È tutto buio e ce ne andiamo insieme fra un po'. Però niente, però possiamo ancora fermarci, lo so. Come lo dico a tua madre, quello che ti farei, se poi nemmeno lei vuole sapere chi sei. Però niente, però possiamo ancora sbagliarci, lo so. Forse era meglio sparire dalla nuda città, invece siamo qua, nascosti dentro al bar. È colpa tua che sei bellissimo e poi niente. Sei bellissimo e poi niente. Sigarette per terra, o solo inviti a cena, e ti amo e ti odio, e per te non è un problema. È colpa tua che sei bellissimo e poi niente.
Now, wasn't that the perfect song to go with that particular video? I think so. And I have to say, the video, the lyrics, I think, are expressed even better when you watch something visual. First one says, we've seen each other in violent movies, and my fingers have been between your teeth for a while. What are you doing? Are you letting go or not? A bit like this, a bit like sons of bitches. Our education is Siberian, but... Now, Siberian, we always think of the desert, we always think of isolation, we think of, you know, a country that is covered in snow, it's cold, it's isolated, it's uninhabitable. So she's in an uninhabitable place for love because she's talking through her teeth. It's anger. She's still got a lot of anger inside. And I think we're talking a reflection here of Angelica's life about losing the parents. She said, we've seen each other in violent movies. So it's all images and metaphors that she uses. And, you know, it's obviously she's on a reflection on her journey about love towards somebody. Because she says, what are you doing? She would know if she was with somebody. So for me, that begged the question straight away. Are you letting go or not? I think she's playing games. And Angelica's fallen into a road of destruction. Is she going to self-destruct, or is she going to carry on being strong? Let's carry on, because at the moment her feelings are cold, they're isolated, like the Siberian landscape. The chorus says, but nothing. We can stop, I know. How I tell your mother what I would do to you. Now, straight away, there's anger and there's bitchiness there, because we all love our mothers. And for her to say, you know, I will tell your mother something, the anger overflows. It's overflowing here. She's maybe jealous because the person that she's referring to, the mother, is still alive. And her anger is her mother isn't. So there's jealousy there as well as hurt. And she says, if then she doesn't want to know who you are, but nothing. So she would do something that would put obstacles between the person that she's referring to and their mother. And the question is why? Because again, Angelica is going through all of those emotions herself, a period of loss, and she wants everybody to feel loss, and even if the mother is alive, to have distance and to feel pain, because she's carrying that. So it's very deep. It's almost like you want to say, Angelica, stop this. You're on the road to self-destruction. Because she continues, maybe it would have been better to disappear from the naked city. And instead we're here, hidden inside the bar. So she's turned to drink and comfort and dark, secluded places with dark thoughts. And then she self-blames everybody. No, she blames, everybody, instead of blaming herself for the position she's in. It's your fault that you're beautiful and then nothing. So when she's drinking and she's looking at herself at a bar situation in the glass and her own reflection back at her, she's almost giving out to herself, wow, this is what my life has become. Lonely, empty, void, Siberia. This is where I am. I used to be beautiful, smiling, happy, joyful like everybody else, but now I feel nothing. Siberia, the coldness. And then cigarettes on the floor. She analyzes everything through the pain. And when you are staring on the floor or staring into a reflection of yourself, she's staring at images that she twists into metaphors to reflect what she's about. And she says, and I love you and I hate you, and it's not your problem, it's your fault. So this now all has turned around for that person that we're talking about, is her inner self. She realizes she has duality. She's the normal person, and then she goes into this angry, deep, dark situation that overtakes her with depression and anger about the situation she's in, about being really on her own in life. In verse 2, if you want the flames, you'll have to do it well. It's all dark and we'll leave together in a little while. That's her drinking, talking to herself, saying, you know, at the bar, everything's on fire, I'm angry. And she looks at the glass, you can almost envisage she looks at the glass and says, you know, we came in together, we'll leave together. Because the chorus says, but nothing. We can still stop now, I know. So she knows that she can stop, but she chooses not to. Drink. Be out of that situation of anger. Because we all need to go through it. We need to wear the t-shirt, as you say, to get rid of it, to fold it away and put it away. Even with our emotions. So that's what she's doing. The stages of emotions in this song is so deep. But nothing. We can still be wrong, I know. Maybe it would have been better to disappear from the naked city. And instead, and even the words naked city, and Siberia, and looking in the glass and seeing the cigarette butts on the floor, and the fire within with the flames, all symbolic metaphors of emptiness, void of emotion, void of people, void of life, because she feels lifeless. There's no left arm or right arm lifting her up through this. And it's a growing up period that she's had to go from teenage, happy-go-lucky girl to watching her parents die within a year of an illness, and then suddenly project herself to be a young, strong woman. And that's difficult because you've lost your teenage into adult years. Everyone talks about those teenage years, but when you're going from a teenager to adulthood, you need your parents more than ever. And she doesn't have that. You're beautiful and then nothing. And that's a reference to herself. 1 minute she's beautiful, she feels happy and go lucky, but now she feels nothing. And it's a love-hate battle with herself, her life, her feelings at the moment. And I love you and I hate you, she says to herself. For you, it's not a problem. It's your fault that you're beautiful and then nothing. Which is true. She looks into empty glasses at a bar and empty situations. She knows she can be beautiful again. And she's only got herself to blame if she keeps going the other way. Will she win that battle? Of course she will. Because we don't lose, where we lose the physicality of a person, I've always said this in life, you get the spirituality living through you, around you, making sure that you know they're there. Her parents are there. Her left arm and right arm hasn't disappeared. It's just the physicality of not seeing them is destroying her. It destroys anybody. But the spirituality of her parents, when she recognizes that they're around, and how did I get out of that situation? How did I stop drinking? How is my music career doing so well? How is everybody starting to love me? When she gets to that point, she'll realize, because her mother and father are still carrying her through the musical journey. And I will be as well on my channel, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Angelica Bove from Italy, welcome to my channel. Talk soon.